Welcome back. Final match here in Pool B. We're tied up going into the last 55 seconds. But at the end, Optic Nation takes the lead, and really they're going to have to put up a strong showing here. This is a little bit outdated. We'll keep you up to date now. FaZe, though, 4-0 in their pool.
Yes.
Perfect day for them. You saw Optic Nation coming in 1-2. That TBD, that's actually this DT squad.
Oh, there you go.
That is now at 2-1. So, Nation, if they want to get out of this pool and get into the winner's bracket, they have to beat DT here and win that head-to-head tiebreaker.
And obviously, yeah, I was about to say the tiebreaker definitely going to be a factor. So they want to do this in a 3-0 fashion. They don't want to leave any wiggle room on the plate. So they're up 1-0 right now. They're going to have to shut it down quickly, and that goes back to the intensity you saw in those players' faces at the end of that game. They were making sure to correct everything. They made sure they had everything in line, and they are still going at it. You see the looks on their face, just pure determination. Ricky's rubbing his face. He's got everything going on, but nonetheless, map number 2 is going. High fives are being shared all around. In recovery, S&D will be map number 2.
I did not think Nation, after losing Moch, would be able to make it into pool play, but they are proving me wrong. Nameless fitting in very well. The team communication was on point throughout game 1. The question for me is, how strong is this squad when it comes to search? Honestly, when I was watching DT, they didn't have the best time in their previous search matches.
No, not at all. They're certainly a capable team. They obviously have a lot of talent on this roster, but, you know, it's going to be interesting as Stu steps to the plate. Like Nameless, for example, at Season 3 playoffs, had one of the worst KDs overall. He was in bottom 5. He had a horrible event, but as you said, filling in for Moch. Moch, he did all right, actually improving upon the previous ON roster. So crazy stuff has happened so far. We're going to see what happens here. Frankly, I'm curious to see if anyone's pulling out the sniper. You never know what's going to happen, but it looks like, at least for Optic Nation, everyone's sticking to the standard bows and ASM1s.
Bow out for Miracles. He ran the whole game with an ASM1 in hardpoint. He's going to open things up with the AR. And you're going to see all action at A. Embos is going to get your first blood, and look for that multiple times throughout this game. Embos, so good at getting in search and destroy positions and just causing problems. He's going to get your first 2 kills. He did lose Nameless, though, so a 3-on-2 advantage in favor of ON.
Yeah, but DT was getting pretty aggressive on that A bomb site, and they were just got caught slipping. Of course, now they had to back up and give it up, and that's going to allow Ricky to get that bomb down. And of course, now nades are being thrown around, just his protection. But Watson coming in from the top, going to be trying to cause problems. And then, of course, you do have another player coming from the bottom, but Miracles all prepared to watch that flank, and that, of course, going to leave Watson in that 1 versus 3 situation. Can he pull it off? It's going to be bold, but no, Embo's able to shut him down pretty much instantaneously.
And that was just great timing, awareness. You know they're going to eventually try and flank. Embo's 3 of your first 4 kills going up against the sniper in the hands of Watson there. Simply not the tool Watson wanted for that scenario. But DT now gets a chance to answer back with an offensive run on their own, and it looks and it looks like we're going to see Aqua. That's going to be Ivy pulling out the sniper as Watson pulls out the bow once again.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised if they get aggressive on this A bomb site and try and get it down right away. That's what they did on defense. Played aggressive over towards A. You see that bomb all the way to the bottom, kind of jungle area, trying to rotate around. Meanwhile, Ivy's still trying to pick up 1. Meanwhile, Embos is continuing his streak. That's his 4th pick in a row, and he is yet to fall. Nonetheless, ON taking that early man advantage.
I've been watching Ivy. He hears the call-outs, trying to get these picks, and he's gonna connect on Embos. 3rd time's the charm. Missed a few on Ricky on mid-street, but now look at the aggressive play. Miracles trying to chase down the sniper, and Ivy's gonna let him have it.
Oh, man, that is such a nice play by him. Picks up the ASM1, was going to be able to get that kill. Had his teammate not gotten that, of course, he is going to get shot in the back by Ricky, but Ricky had other players to deal with, had 1 in front, had another guy behind it. He's going to get cleaned up very quickly. Nonetheless, the sniper rifle apparently on point for Ivy again. He was performing pretty well in the hard point as well, so he's trying to continue that for his team. Nonetheless, though, tied up at 1-1.
There you see, round-ending kill cam. Watson feeling a little bit better after going back to the AR. I wonder, will they switch it up going into the 2nd defense? Remember, Watson was the sniper in your 1st round. Looks like Ivy gonna be sticking with it. I like this play call from DT. We're gonna start things off though with Sender. He's been playing the most aggressive out of all 4 of the DT members, and last time he ran into Embos over here on this A stream.
Well, last time on defense, DT got very aggressive on the bomb. This time, not so much, and Ricky was able to get that down incredibly quickly and able to escape with his life. Of course, Watson coming on the flank, knows where player is. Meanwhile, his teammate Ivy able to get some picks as well. Looks like Watson might be able to turn on that player. Nonetheless, that kill is going to get picked up. Nameless actually just died from fall damage, so that kill technically got completed, I believe is what happened. Nonetheless, they allowed the bomb to get planted, got a clean 4 down straight away. Ivy continuing with the sniper rifle shots. DT taking the lead at 2-1.
Nice stuff from DT, catching a little bit of momentum here. Watson wiping his brow, getting ready to go. Look at that tongue. This man.
Reminds me of Nagafen.
So focused. Here's Watson, the lizard, making his way up top, and he is going to wait for his teammates to spot it out first. Dodges the nade from Ricky. Now going to back down. Going to wait, play this one patiently. They're going to be trying to make their way over to this A site. Let's take it to Diabolic.
And again, it does appear that the bomb is going to get put down straight away. Of course, last time around, the defensive team was able to swarm immediately. This time, though, Embos is going to get caught very quickly by Diabolic. And not only did they get the man advantage, they also got the bomb down. You can see all 4 players backing up, playing very patiently because, of course, they had the man with the sniper, Ivy, with eyes on bomb at all times. And he spotted Mir right there. He's going to be able to call that out to his teammates. He's another guy on bomb. Mir, though, able to win the gunfight, going to make it a 3v3. And Optic Nation does have the bomb sites around it, but they're going to have to get a picks. And, of course, Watson in the back on a perfect flank.
Aqua gonna get dropped. That was Ivy, and there you're gonna see the final kill. 1-3. ON. Great start, bad finish. And you're gonna see Rated, AKA Mr. Sender, picking up some kills. 3 in a row for him.
Yeah, without a doubt, 3 in a row for him, 3 in a row for the team as well. Puckett's getting weird up on main stage, but either way, DT has turned around. You said they were giving ON some troubles earlier on in S&D. That appears to be the exact same thing, but they're going to have to attempt to close it down because you know Optic Nation is going to want to strike back, and it looks like they're getting aggressive on the A-bomb site once again. More importantly, though, on the flank, Embos is going to be the guy watching it. He is able to pick up one, and he's going to be able to call that out to his teammates, but of course, he is going to fall. Mir rotating back towards jungle, able to pick up 1 kill, but Ricky with the bomb is going to fall. So a lot of chaos going on the map right now. DT is causing problems. Nameless trying to hunt this player down, throwing out the stuns, now getting shot in the side. And of course his teammate Miracles not too near to him, but working his way over.
Nameless in between 2 players. His teammate scouted out. Mirror's gonna be dropped. So Nameless has to answer back. He is gonna find Diabolic. Now the 1v1. We're gonna see Sender on the 5 streak. Picked up 2 kills already this round. Can he find a 3rd? We'll see how this one plays out.
Well, of course, Nameless has to get that bomb as well, but Nameless is making all sorts of noise, but he's able to jump down, and he wins the gunfight, ends the streak of Sender right there, and gets his team back on the board, killing the momentum of DT, at least for the time being, now just being down by 1 round.
Nice shots from Nameless to finish this one out. Pretty confident play there with the bow, and of course, Miracle helping him out there in the 2v2, letting him know where both players were. So a strong finish from ON. They're back in this. They've stopped the bleeding. Can they even things up? I'm going to stay on board with Nameless, see how he's playing on defense. Take a look at the bomb carrier, though. That is Sender. He's kind of been the hot hand for this DT squad. Ricky is going to open things up. First blood.
Wow.
There's Nameless finishing off the kill on Ivy, and all of a sudden Owen is back, and they are just storming through players. Sender does get 1, but eventually he is going to be wiped out at the bottom of the map.
It was a very cool play by Optic Nation right there. They pushed up aggressively, got about to that mid-map area, and then they were hanging out just for a second. But as soon as Ricky got that first kill, they all just completely blasted through to the spawn. You saw Nameless pick up a kill, killed the guy in 1 bullet. That means the communication is on point, wasted absolutely no time, knew exactly where he would be. And then, of course, the remaining players flying through, Mir was able to pick up the next kill. And, well, by that time, it's going to be centered to 1v4. And, yes, he did go on a 5 streak earlier, but Optic Nation not going to let that happen to them, getting clutched on. So, tying it up at 3-3. Now ON is back on offense. Ricky, again, your bomb carrier, and it looks like, once again, going to A.
And Ivy wants to make some moves, but DT is going to slow this one down. When we took a look at the player cams, no one from DT even talked after that last round. So I'm wondering who is making the play calls here in this S&D. Are they just simply trusting each other to make the right plays? Bomb is going to get down. You see DT pushing the mid street. Watson by himself charges in, but he's able to trade out. Nameless hits the sniper on him. Rated, AK Sender, gets his 7th kill, and now it's Ivy.
Oh, Nameless.
And, well, I guess it's all against Sender. Nameless finally cleaned up. Miracle's now in the 1v1.
Yeah, Miracle's going to be just underneath this player's center, but you do see that Nameless was able to pick up quite a few players that round. Miracles, though, working around bottom jungle, these players just within a few feet of each other. Of course, 14 seconds left on the camp. Miracle is in perfect position to get this clutch, and it looks like Sender isn't even going to have enough time. Miracle's able to fire a shot. He fires him back. He has to get on the bomb, and, well, just not enough time. Miracle's playing that about as well as he possibly could, but got to give all the credit in the world to Nameless. He picked up 3 that round. Embo's got caught. The shots did not land when that player jumping out mid-map. Nameless made sure to get the trade. Made sure to get the trade for the second player that died, and then just picked up a 3rd kill because he was not going to get traded himself. So nonetheless, fantastic plays out of him. You know, he started on the donut camp, has had a massive turnaround since then, and he has given Optic Nation the lead now at 4 rounds to 3. Of course, DT going back on offense. No surprise there, going back towards A.
And of course, guys, you have to keep in mind, this was a 3-1 game. Nation has simply turned it around. They've taken all the momentum away from DT, so honestly, I think this is going to be a 6-3 unless DT picks up a round win here. Bomb is going to be planted, but Miracle's trying to cause problems. He jumps in, only gets a few bullets down. That's going to be some nice shots coming in from Diabolic. We take a look at Embos, though. Sniper in hand, 3-on-2, pulls out the pistol at the worst time possible, and this is going to be DT answering back, 4-4, all tied up. It's basically a best of 3 here. First one to win 2 rounds, gonna seal the deal in game 2. And this is for the pool, man. Whoever wants to get through to the winner's bracket has to clutch up in this best of 5. Yeah,
and Sender is trying to do just that. You saw earlier he was going on a 5 streak. Got shut down for a few rounds. That's when we saw Nameless picking it up. And then he goes and gets an ace, sitting at 10-3, so he's back on point. Of course, Embos, it looks like he's trying to switch up the strategies a little bit. You saw him pull out the sniper, but nonetheless, got to go on board with the man with the hot hand. But nonetheless, he is watching A, and the bomb going to B.
You're going to see some nice work, though, coming in early from Diabolic. Picks up 1, can't finish the second. We take it back to Sender, who hears the call out, cleans it up. Gets 1, has to go for the reload. Sender now on a 5 streak. Embos. 1-on-2 scenario, and he just spots the first player, gives Sender the business. 3 quick shots, all to the dome. Now it's going to be up to Ivy. Can Ivy clutch up here? We'll take you to the 1v1 cam. Ivy taking his time, and he is going to get the kill before we get there. Nice finish from DT. All the momentum swinging right back to the opposite side of the stage, and look how happy Sender is.
I can appreciate the happiness from Sender, of course. Ivy knew exactly where Embos was going to be inside that B bomb site, backs up and just waits for the rotation to come in, reads it more or less perfectly, and puts his team up back again on top. Got to be looking out for Nameless. Again, once he started to get hot for his team, that's when Optic Nation was able to start turning things around, but DT was able to kill that momentum, picking up an ace, always going to be able to do that. And of course, this bomb going to be, once again, the bomb carrier is actually by himself right now, and Nameless has him pinned in a corner. Ivy, though, was able to get that first blood. Nameless backs up, ignores that player being in the corner. That is going to allow Sender to pop out with this bomb to try and get control of this B site. Embos, of course, was able to pick up a kill, making this a 3v3.
All the action going down in the middle of the map. Sender getting stunned up, able to escape. Meanwhile, his teammate, Ivy, turns the corner at the perfect time, looks back, and is going to find almost 2. Can't finish it. Watson by himself, and ON is going to force a round 11.
We saw some of the shots earlier for Embos when he was in that 1 versus 2 situation where he just blasted the person that was on top maps. It seemed like he got a kill in just about 2 bullets with a headshot, and even here towards the end, not missing a single shot. He's on a 3 streak as well. He just hit the double digit for his team. So kind of an Embos versus Sender battle, but nonetheless, round 11, this is what it all comes down to. Again, these guys do not want to allow any other team to win a map because, again, if Optic Nation is able to win, it's going to go to those tiebreakers, but do know DT going to be fighting hard for this as well, trying to tie this series up at 1-1.
Miracle's taking the bomb this time. Optic Nation going to drop their first player. It was Embos down low. Now you got Nameless stunned up. 3-on-3 as Sender is going to be wiped off the map by Nameless. And you take a look at Mir. Just peek in the corners, not seeing anything. Nation might try and wrap this one back the opposite way. We'll keep an eye on our defense. How are they going to play this? Keep your eyes on Watson. He's been insanely aggressive at times throughout this game, just jumping in by himself. Is he going to be able to set up a flank with his teammate?
Well, it does appear Mir is trying to work to this bomb down. Ivy, though, is going to be in a fantastic position to stop them. But it looks like Mir was able to hear him as soon as he moved. Going out for the challenge. He's going to run out of bullets, and he's going to get turned on by Ivy. Ivy, though, going to get traded instantaneously by Nameless. He was able to pick up the kill, so still a 2v2 situation. But Optic Nation has taken a very long time to work with. It's now both those players are completely across the map from each other. It does appear that Nameless might go and try and meet up his teammate over by that B bomb site, but he's going to have to make moves, and he's going to have to do them fast. Of course, the gunfight going down to the back. Watson getting shot by Ricky. Ricky not pushing that aggressively, but still just 14 seconds. Nameless, though, able to get one pick, and he looks like he's going to go for this bomb plant right away. Watson, though, going to be in a gunfight in the back. Ricky hunting him down. Nameless needs to plant this bomb. Watson can just escape right now or kill him off that, but it looks like Watson just going to be hanging out mid-map. Optic Nation able to get the bomb down.
All right, so Watson goes from a 2v2 down to a 1v2. Nameless, 3 kills in this round, is going to have to get the ace or just play out the clock, and Nameless is going to get the ace, and Nation is going to take 2 games in a row. What a performance. What a clutch finish there from Optic Nation.
And talk about a nice pickup for the trade. You just picked the guy that going in around 11 is going to be able to clutch up for the squad. And he was also one of the hugest factors for the team to start to turn around the game in the first place. He had a bit of a slow start, was on the donut cam. Then he had the round where he picked up 3 with a sniper, and it was from there Optic Nation took the lead. And again, able to clutch up in the end. And kind of a crazy last round as well. Earlier on, it was Sender versus Embos, and those were the first 2 players that dropped. So we're looking at who was going to step up for either of the teams, and Nameless shown about as well as he possibly could.
Another heartbreaking loss for Dream Team. You see Watson looking on tilt, my friend. On the other end, you got his teammate Sender. Still smiling, still feeling okay here on the main stage. The veteran trying to get the team fired up. Sender had a rough first respawn, though. A great search and destroy. If he can keep playing like the way he did here on Recovery coming into Uplink, DT has a chance. But all 4 players have to keep it rolling if they want to get back in the series after falling down 2-0.
Of course, DT, the question is, can they make that comeback earlier? We have seen comebacks like this before. TK was able to do it earlier on. DT, are they going to have kind of that veteran roster? That's something we're going to find out after this commercial break.